round of Zerglings really should be able to clean this up. And he hasn't really done any real economic damage. Sure, he's forced a lot of links. He's... okay, now he did. I was gonna say he didn't kill any workers, and then Franscar loses a worker. Franscar, why don't you listen to me? Oh, nice, the recall. Oh, that's so BM. That was a lot of... it's not BM, sorry, that's the wrong word. It's just so smart, but it just feels so dirty, the recall. Okay, rsvp's been supply blocked for a while, though. He wasn't able to multitask as much as he wanted to. If he had been able to get some pylons and macro better at the same time, he would be further ahead than he is right now. He's getting stalkers. He knows there's going to be inevitably a ton of Zerglings because he knows that Franscar made so many Zerglings during that attack. And he's getting a Baneling nest. He's getting upgrades and Banelings, and he doesn't get a lair. He's not getting a lair. That's how you speak English, Cepheus. And that's gonna be really weird because oh yeah, they see up high ground. More dirty Protoss. Like he's not getting a lair, so oh, they're in hold position. Like it's not really a Baneling bust because it's going for all these upgrades. I don't know. Franscar's playing kind of odd. Okay, there we go. Now there's a lair incoming. He doesn't really need super fast lair when you have Banelings and Zerglings and 3 bases and upgrades. You can just control the map with a ton of Zerglings and Banelings. But he really needs those tons of Zerglings and Banelings. I'm getting some Banelings now, but man, the Stalkers are fast. You're gonna get here super fast, and now he's killing off Creep Trimmers. And these Stalkers are on crack, man. Look how fast they are. So we got some Banelings, but like Banelings, like Stalker's gonna counter Banelings perfectly. Like sure they don't, yeah, they even do a lot of damage to light. Banelings are light, right? No, they're medium. But it doesn't matter. If they could be armored, and Stalkers would still counter them fine just because they're so slow and Stalkers are so fast. As long as you just micro a little bit, you're just fine. But that's a big push from rsvp, and we might just see him take this game right now. He's got a lot of Zerglings coming though, and the Banelings are going to connect to Zealots hopefully. There we go. Get some nice Banelings next to these Zealots. But the Stalkers are going to clean up the rest. You really need some high risk versus these Stalkers. Zerglings is not cutting it. They're too mobile, these Stalkers, and they got too much damage versus the Zerglings too. Spike Rollers, on the other hand, though, do deal with Stalkers if they try to fight it, because this does almost no damage to armor, and they even have armor of 2, yeah, so that's like, deals a little damage there. That's 10, yeah, they only deal 5 damage per shot to a Spike Roller, Stalkers does. And a lot of you are going to say, no, he calculated wrong because they have 2 armor, they do 6 base damage, but the armor is subtracted from the normal base damage, and then you can deal that on your percentage. Anyway, this is a poor Spike Roller trying to burrow out of an odd location, but he's actually going to get there. The Spike Rollers are moving around the thing. Okay, we can burrow there. But here comes the Hydralisk, the Hydralisk, and a lot of Stalkers. To be honest, though, I wouldn't say Franscar has responded to the Stalkers in a very good way. He should have gotten this Hydralisk dance out earlier. Man, such a great choke for rsvp to engage on from though, but he keeps missing up the high ground though, so this Stalker can like almost, this Spike Roll can pull up so many Stalkers. It's because they should have high ground and armored. Look at that, this takes forever to do anything versus building. You're gonna damage every single one of these Stalkers to get up. Just finally thing to do, and that's it. You can maybe blink up here. Like, why did he try to fight this Spike Roll? Why didn't he like blink up here and try to kill off some drones? I don't know. Both of the players are making some odd decisions right now. Let me get my headset back on again. Sorry, I just had to do some things. We're gonna have a lot of Zerglings splitting out. In the meantime, rsvp has gotten himself a 3rd base. He's checking for a 4th base from Franscar. It's not gonna be anything here. He should try to surround with the Zerglings, but it just ain't gonna happen. It's almost impossible to surround Stalkers because you can just blink any direction, really. Man, they're so damaged from that Spike Roller. The Spike Roller is still alive. He doesn't have any kills though, like it just damaged the whole army pretty much with that blank micro. A lot of Stalkers here. We got 19 Stalkers. That's a lot of Stalkers. That's a big commitment into Stalkers. You're going over to Zealot Dragoon now, it seems. It's gonna stay on Stalkers for a long time though. But he could like split up and blink around. Okay, there we go. We got Lurker, Zergling, which fights well versus Stalkers in numbers, but Stalkers can just blink around Lurkers. You can even like just walk here and just blink over here and almost take no damage. So he really wants to make sure, oh, this base is secure, but he doesn't, nice, RCP doesn't know about this base. Nice hidden base from Franscar there. If he just burrs like 1 or 2 lurkers like here and here, he should be fine versus quite a big number of stalkers. Maybe not all of these, but it's not going to be very cost effective for the stalkers. He's actually going to get 3 lurkers there. Very few lurkers now with his main army, so he needs to be careful about this Viper nest incoming. He's going to go for a really fast hive, it seems, and just stay on like high eco and fairly small army. Just get himself fast into late game. He really needs to burr these lurkers though. Ooh, observer now with the stalkers. That's going to be very helpful. So, ooh, this is going into a macro game in a very weird fashion, but there we go. Franscar just setting up for the macro game all along. rsvp being a little bit more aggressive and trying to put the pressure on, but not really getting the good engagements that he wanted. Okay, so he's gonna really need to burrow these lurkers, and he's gonna need some support from the Zerglings. Almost got 1 lurker here. They're also armored with 2 armor now, so that also actually removes 1 damage from the stalkers as well, of course. Okay, finally, I would have liked to see a lurker over here, but hopefully he'll reposition them later on. So he's getting Scourges, Overseers, and Lurkers, which is always awesome versus Protoss, and so annoying to deal with because you can just go in and snipe the Observer fairly easily. You have to babysit that Observer so incredibly good. And we got a lot of units from rsvp. He's just macro like god. He doesn't even have any High Templars, he just has a lot of stuff. And he could just kill this, I feel. Just go for it. As long as he keeps his Observer alive, he should be fine. In the meantime, Franscar's trying to get this base up. RCP is getting this base denied. I think he really wants to get the base up, considering there is a probe there. Oh, A's are going. Oh, okay, it's just patrol. So again, it's a little bit of a stale. We got Adrenal Guns coming. He's just going for super cracked early Zerglings. This is an interesting build from Brodor, which kind of works better in Star Wars because you can control a greater number of Zerglings at the same time. Just going for really, really strong Zerglings versus Protoss, and getting a lot of them with high upgrades. I remember that being an interesting build, and you add on some Ultralisks later on, of course. Always gonna try and snipe these Observers, see if he can get them. He doesn't get any of them. Maybe got 1. But there's 1 Observer still alive. You have to clone Scourges, they do overkill, so you gotta make sure you can't just aim with Scourges, or else all of them are gonna attack whatever they see, which is the closest. So if you have more than 1 Observer, it's just gonna kill that one. So we have rsvp now going on top of the lurker. He's gonna break the position of Franscar here, and that's gonna be so difficult for Franscar to hold. Oh, the Fallen Mall just finishes at the horrible location, and he's just gonna get taken down again really, really quickly, I feel. So right now, in panic mode, he's got Zerglings, Balings, and Hydralisks incoming. Unfortunately, Adrenal Dance wasn't done for that engagement. That would have helped somewhat, but I don't think it would have changed too much. This stream of units, not a single High Templar even, just brute force, just taking down Franscar. In an interesting display of power. Got a little bit of defense here. These bases are going to get sacked. All this tech, man, so much tech he had committed to this 3rd base. Even the Defiler Mile. Okay, there goes the High Templars. So this is going to be even more difficult to deal with. So the Storm is over. Yeah. This is GG from here. So we're going to have a reversal, and we're going to... Seems like RCP is going to tie up the series. He's still actually talking about how much he's macro, and he's still on 3k minerals, which is insane. So, I guess that's it. Nice little stack lurkers there. Close. Yeah, more Zedels are coming. Yeah, this is GG. So there we have it.